Hello, air signs. We're going to do a shadow work reading today. So if you are ready to take a deep dive into your healing, this will be the time to do that. These readings will be for March 2026 and April 2026. And we will start with Aquarius, and then we'll move into Libra. Okay, so Aquarius, what is the shadow work that you need to do right now? We have a first card that came out, Angel. So it says here, shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So some of you that are in a spiritual profession, Aquariuses, are doing this. You could be misleading others in your guidance, in your readings, okay? And falsely claiming that you're connecting to angelic assistance when you may not be. For some of you guys, you could be helping others, claiming not to expect anything in return, but you could still be holding something against the other person, expecting some kind of a return of some sort, okay? Or you're acting innocently, okay, but it's to mislead others for your own personal gain. They're telling me some of you guys are being asked about something that you may have done. However, you are playing it off as if you didn't do it. So kind of denying the fact that you did do it. I'm also getting that. So kind of like a little white lie. Okay, Aquarius, so this is asking you to take a look at where you've acted innocent when in fact you were not. Okay, where you've put on a front or a mask to say that you were innocent or doing things for the right reasons, portraying yourself as better than what you are, okay, or a better behavior than what you actually did behind the scenes, or even deceiving others, claiming that, for example, we brought that up before, that you're connecting to spiritual guides or angels when, that's kind of like a false story that you've made up to get more followers from other people, or whatever it may be, to get more attention on yourself, claiming to know more than what you actually know. Okay, stuff like that. All right, so now let's go into Libra. Or no, sorry, we're not done with Aquarius. So one more card, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, we have Mystic. So we have a shadow attribute is delusional rapport with the divine. So there are Aquariuses out there that are doing this, or they're acting this way. Okay, it could be one in particular person that I could just be tapping into their energy, claiming. So what I'm picking up is scam artist, scammer. Okay, some of you are doing scam artisty type things here. And this could involve your spiritual business, okay? Your spiritual connection to the divine. There's some kind of scammy type behavior that's taking place. Now, if what I'm saying to you is making you feel uncomfortable in any way, that is what it's meant to do. It's not light and fluffy. This is the deep inner work that needs to be looked at, that needs to come to your awareness, okay? Whether you want to work on that or not is your choice. However, it is being brought up through me as a guide, as your channel, in order to point these things out to you. Okay, so we're going to read from the book. It says, Shadow Mystic manifests as self-importance, an egocentric concern for one's own spiritual progress to the exclusion of others. Okay, getting yourself ahead of other people in the spiritual community by deceptive means, and taking advantage of disciples for economic or sexual benefits. So you could be misleading others with your work, okay? This is not always done in truth, this path, the spiritual path. There are people that use deception in order to guide others, and that's something that needs to be looked at. Okay, now Libra. Libra, what do we have for you for your shadow attributes? Okay, for Libra, we have the hedonist, which is the shadow attributes are pursuing pleasure to the detriment of your health, indulges at the expense of others. So we're going to get a little bit more clarification. So it sounds like some indulgement that you're doing that is affecting your health. Okay. So overindulging in something, overindulging in some kind of pleasureful thing, whether that be food or an activity, something, you're overdoing something, okay? And it could be affecting your health, Libra. So it says here, the shadow hedonist manifests as pursuing pleasure without regard for other people or one's own health and well-being. Okay, so what are you doing in excess that is affecting your mental well-being, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, okay, or is affecting other people around you? Maybe the connection that you have with other people. It says here, look for lifelong patterns of pleasurable indulgence, either as an end in itself or as an attempt to reach transcendent states. So Libra, what is getting out of your control right now? What are you not having control on? What are you not being able to control in your life? Too much of a good thing is not always a good thing, right? Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. It says here, displays an appetite for pleasure in life, from good food and wine to sex and sensuality. So there's something here that's being done in excess. You might be losing control. Okay, take a look at that. Now, we also have the Samaritan, which came up earlier in another reading as well. So again, we have the shadow attribute, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Okay, so are you expecting some kind of a return for some help that you're offering? Are you, over giving of yourself? Are you always trying to be the good guy or the good girl? Okay. So we're going to read this right now. It says, closely related to the martyr, Samaritans make sacrifices for those they might be least inclined to serve, as in the Gospel parable of the Good Samaritan. Shadow Samaritan helps one person or group to the detriment of another, his family or society, implying a kind of self-importance that says that others must adhere to his choice of who is most deserving. Okay, so look for continuing patterns of going out of your way to support others with no regard for whether they are family, strangers, or even enemies. So are you trying to go out of your way to support other people that may not be for your best interest? Whether those are strangers or enemies, are you still going out of your way because you want to be looked at as the good guy or the good girl? Or are you helping one group but might not be inclined to help another group? Okay, or are you helping groups of people that you shouldn't always be helping? Okay, maybe they're, people that would do you harm. So I think the book pretty much sums it up. If this resonated for you guys, give me a thumbs up. Share this with someone you know, maybe another Libra or another Aquarius. And if you have a comment or question, you can definitely comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and have a great day. Love and light. Bye.